All right, what's up? We are going to be playing Super Mario World tonight on our retro stream. And this time, instead of just rushing through and play some Super Mario World, just relax. Welcome, this is Dinosaur Land. In this strange land, we find that Princess Toadstool is missing again. Looks like Bowser's at it again. That seems to be what happens. All right. And we'll come into the thing here. Hello, sorry, I'm not home, but I've gone to rescue my friends who were captured by Bowser Yoshi. All right. So we've seen Oh, we want to see Yoshi's house again. Oh, look at the birds. I don't think I've ever noticed the birds before. All right, Yoshi's Island 1. This is probably my favorite Mario game. Let me see here. I gotta do something real quick. There we go. Weird pop-ups coming up everywhere. There we go. There we go. 25 to start. That's good. And we'll go up and get the yellow switch. Get that turned on for Yoshi's Island number 1. Such good music in this. All right, Switch Palace. The power of the switch you have pushed will turn the blank boxes into yellow boxes. Your progress will also be saved. Fantastic. Get those yellow. Why would they be going to the left? Like, there's nothing out there. All right, that was Yellow Switch Palace, Yoshi's house. Back to Yoshi's Island, this time number 2. It's Yoshi. Hooray, thank you for rescuing me. My name is Yoshi. On my way to rescue my friends, Bowser trapped me in that egg. Can I go down one of these? No, I cannot. Oh yeah, free life. All right, this one I think I can go down. There we go. Go get another green mushroom. All right. 2 down. Many to go. Ah, okay. Yoshi's Island 3. Sorry, looking at things. Nice. Oh no! That was a good save. All right, that gets me another 16, which will get me to 70. Good at math. Not good at math. I'm a preacher. I don't have to be good at math. Good. There's no, like, dragon coin in there, is there? Ah. Well, can't use that. Should be able to hit it, right? Yeah. Oh, I didn't really want to do that. Yoshi coin? I forget what they're called. All right. 24 to get us to 94. We're almost to our 100. Hopefully get some more free lives. That's always what we're aiming for. Free lives. All right, we got our first castle, Iggy's Castle. Number 1. We'll work on getting some free lives here, too. Take our time. I don't think I can get him. But you I can get. No. Oh, how'd I get on that side? Come here. All right, Iggy. No. Take a dumb hit. There we go. Course clear, baby. Let's blow this castle up. Mario has defeated the demented Iggy Koopa in Castle Number 1 and rescued Yoshi's friend who is still trapped in an egg. Together, they now travel to Donut Land. No, I don't want that. Hmm. At least I got one. Bye, Yoshi. Oh, I thought he was going to get me. Get Yoshi back. I know I'm missing a few of these coins, but that's all right. Oh, I just missed one of them. I really don't know where it is. All right, there we go. That'll get us to the bonus stage. No. What? I don't like doing this with Yoshi. I didn't get any. Man. Yoshi and the cape aren't good for that. I just straight eat that? Nice. Do. Green Switch Palace. Yeah. It's an easy way to get a 1-up, but can't seem to get it there. All right, let's go. Raise my levels just a little bit here. Bump. All right, we turn in all the green switches. And we will continue. Where are you going? Yeah. Do. What are you? A leaf. I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch how I soar. Oh, that goes all the way up, if I remember right. Yep. That would be bad. Tries to bait you into that. Rude. And then it doesn't go all the way up. Hey. Grab one on the way out. Anything up here? Nope. Well, I'm pretty sure. No. Yeah. I feel like there's another exit out of that, though. Let's see if I can remember that. No, I know there's another exit there. Where is that? Yeah, we'll go back. Whoa. Get our halfway point. Ah. Nice. Okay, so last time it wasn't this one, so we'll come over here. Oh. Okay, so what? Oh. Oh. It wasn't that one. Oh well, we got a couple. We got a couple on that one. That, you know, that's not terrible. Ooh, ooh, ooh. There we go. The camera's a little high, isn't it? There we go. I'll make sure you can see Batman back here. I'm learning how to point in a camera. All right, I'm going to go back. But no, I'm going to finish Donut Plains 4, and then I'll go back and get the secondary stuff. Come here. Okay. I feel like somebody is playing some loud music outside my apartment. No, come back here. All right. Not sure 37 lives is enough. Oh, Yoshi. Oh, Mario. What are we doing? What are we doing? I only got 28 on that, huh? But that should give me enough stars for a bonus level. And I don't have Yoshi this time, so that should help. All right. At least I got me 2. All right. Now let's go back. I gotta see if I can remember that one. Hey, what's up, Jay? I had to miss the Monday hangover, so hopefully it was good. That is not really what I wanted to do. There we go. Oh, I did not realize that you could do that. It was, what was it, From Dusk Till Dawn? I haven't seen that for years. Does it bring up more existential questions you need to ask? I mean, you had plenty last night. We get in person, we chat. That's definitely, it's hard to do over a chat kind of thing, you know? I don't think I've told you. I'm planning on coming down for the meetup. The MegaCon meetup there at City Walk. I think I've got everything planned and scheduled to get down there for it. Got the RSVP. No. I get it. Yeah, I'm going to be down there. My family's going to be in Tennessee for spring break. So I'll be down there and then come down, I think that Friday. I'm not going to be down early enough to be able to get to Daytona to do the 9-line meetup. I think it's Daytona, right? To do the 9-line meetup because I think it's like an 11-hour drive from Gatlinburg. I would love to, but I don't want to get up that early. But I'll be down there. I'll be down there for the meetup for sure. which I'm looking forward to it. We can get all the existential questions going. No, because it's from what I saw, you had to get like a MegaCon ticket, and I wasn't planning. I wasn't planning on going to actual MegaCon. I'm a poor pastor, you know. I can't can't afford all that. Thankfully, my mom has a like a Wyndham timeshare, so I get to use that for. She's get me a room at Bonnet Creek, over by Epcot. Oh, okay. The Universal site or the MegaCon website? Because I will try and swing that. I've been to Universal for a minute. And I do enjoy that park. Okay. Dang it. I hit select. Oh my goodness. I will definitely take a look at that and make sure. I should be able to. I do hope your weeks have gotten a little less crazy now that your books, the sales are done. It's got to be a different way. I know there's a different way in that room, but I cannot remember where it is. Maybe it's early. Yeah, there it is. No. What a waste. What a waste. Good. Oh, yeah, I thought I could walk on those. With Yoshi. That can happen. And I know, like, you had a big push just the whole year, right? With the book and everything. Like, yeah. That's why you got to find rest wherever you can, you know. I always joke with, well, not joke really. Like, I tell my staff, I'm always like, look, I may not yell at you for a lot, but I will yell at you for not taking your day off. I just think that's so important. But it's tough when you're on a grind kind of like that. I don't know what to tell you other than take a day. Like, I gotta imagine it's tough doing this kind of stuff full time too, because it's like when you're not doing it, you're not getting paid, right? So that has to be like so difficult to figure out a time for a break. I mean, even like I think about your trip to New York, you know, it's like, yeah, nice restful trip. I mean, aside from the snow or everything, but any trip. Mm-hmm. Like it's like you're always trying to, even when you're, you know, on a trip. Yeah. Oh, there's something up there too. Like, I feel like that's the tough part for doing this kind of work full time. And I know pastors who have that, you know, same problem where it's like you feel like the world's going to end if you, I mean, different circumstances, but it's like you feel like nothing's going to get done unless you're there. It's like, well, no, the world worked fine before you. The world will work fine after you. That doesn't make it easier. But that was one thing that I got taught in seminary that I stayed pretty consistent with. Like, my Mondays are usually my day off, and that's why like I do this as a hobby. Although I'm up to 26 subscribers. By the way, thank you for like 20 of those. Or at least 10 of them, like when you tweeted out the punch out thing. Yeah, that's tough too. I mean, we had our first. We've always been ahead of our budget, and this last year was the first time we haven't been. And we're trying to grow. We're trying to build a sanctuary, and it's like, um, we didn't make our budget. Not like we don't have money, but it's like, well, this will be a tight year. Oh, that sucks. So would your church just, you don't have to stay if you don't want, but like, was your church like a more fundamentalist, like, you know, just from what I've gathered from what you've said about it? So like more a fundamentalist kind of thing. Anything over here? No. Mm-hmm. I mean, it feels like if it's King James only kind of stuff, and that feels fundamentalist, kind of what we would call fundamentalist. Um, which you've said the same thing. I say this all the time, but like the King James is a beautiful book. We don't talk like that anymore. Like you're supposed to be able to understand the Bible. That's why it gets translated. Oh, go away. Yeah. Like they have no concept of grace. Almost got hit. I got lucky. Like we're not really a denomination. Like we're just like a group of like-minded churches. It's the Independent Christian Church, uh, which is, where's the second exit on here? Part of a restoration movement. So it's like the Church of Christ and Independent Christian Church and Disciples of Christ are all part of. And like I got lucky where my folks ended up at church. And my pastor, where he's from. Oh boy. Because we just try and read the Bible. Like the whole point of the Restoration Movement was to go back to as close as you can get to a first century understanding of Scripture. Yeah, I think that's important. I mean, that's what I try and do too. But even when we would do topical stuff, excuse me, which I don't do a ton, but even when we did, we'd take it straight out of Scripture. Like I like going through one book at a time because it's easier to plan. I keep telling people I'm lazy and they don't believe me. I'm like, for planning, I'm absolutely lazy. I'd rather just be like, yep, here's the next part of the Scripture that we're going to. But I love being able to go through, like we went through John last year, and I love being able to go through and find connections that you don't always see. Okay, there's got to be... All right, I have no clue where this second exit is. I mean, I don't know what you're doing if you're not teaching out of the Bible. You do pet... You kind of get your pet topics and stuff, which I'm like, just let it come to me. We never talk about money, or we rarely talk about money because we just haven't hit those passages in Scripture. And then when we do, I always joke that, somebody's got to be visiting, because that's when we usually have visitors. It's like, oh, we're preaching about money. Got visitors. No. Lost my leaf. Yeah, I bet. Well, it can. Like when you were talking about that yesterday, when you came back and like you have people who are not showing the best of Christ when you're coming back, it's like, well, yeah, that'll mess with you. And it's like it's tough because and that's good. Like it's tough because the church is made up of people and people are sinful, right? Like it's what it is. And that doesn't excuse anything. Because you still shouldn't act like that. You should still be mature. But if the church isn't trying to actively disciple and mature people too, then you've got another issue. Which a lot of these churches get very ingrown and focused on themselves. It is where the American church struggles because we're not supposed to be inward focused. There we go. That's got to be something. Like we go back to a disciple, it's a discipling issue, it's like you got to teach the people. And some people aren't going to get taught, but because they're still like what Paul says, they're still infants, even though they should be grown adults teaching others. Like there was something, I can't remember what you said yesterday, but there was something where I was like, yep, that's try being a pastor. That's the joys of being a PK too. Pastor's kid. I didn't have that. My dad was a Boy Scout, professional Boy Scout, and worked in insurance. And we didn't we went to church when I was young, but then I walked away from my faith in college. Completely. Said I was an atheist. And had the existential questions. Probably it was like 2002, 2003, somewhere around there. I was traveling a lot, and it was being right after 9/11. I was flying a lot, and got to thinking about death, and was like, well, what if I was on one of those planes? What would have happened? And I thought to myself, well, nothing. I would have died. I went to the whole, I took it out to its the fullest extent. If you're an atheist, right? It's like, well, nothing would be there, and so you would you'd cease to exist. And that thought terrified me. So I started to do some research. It got me looking again at some things, and I started reading some apologetic stuff and like Case for Christ, Case for Faith, stuff like that. And started going to church again because my mom kept inviting me to church every time I'd come home when I was traveling, because she never gave up on anything. Like, my dad kind of walked away from it a bit. My brother had gone away from it, and I don't want to go there yet. And so I went back to the church, and my pastor, the guy I took over for, was so good at teaching. He just had a knack for teaching the Bible well. And he taught in ways that I'd never heard before, because I went to like a more formal kind of church. And while he wore a suit, he was from Kentucky and told jokes. And I was like, I didn't know you could laugh in church. That doesn't seem right. And then it was funny because he was preaching on stuff that I was reading about, because he was doing an apologetic series at some point. And I was like, well, that's interesting. That's a nice coincidence that he's reading, or he's teaching on the same stuff that I'm reading about. That's weird. It wasn't until later I was like, oh yeah, that's probably God doing that. And I just finally got to a point where everything started to make sense, except I wanted something outside the Bible, and I'd not heard of, biblical things being attested to outside the Bible. And he had given me another book, The Evidence That Demands a Verdict, by Josh McDowell. I think Josh McDowell, yeah. And which is more reference, but still wonderful. And I had turned to a page in there and happened to find, stuff from Tertullian and Pliny, I think, and Josephus, all stuff that was attesting to some of the things that occurred in the Bible, and I was like, okay, Lord, you got me. Like, I believe now. So, and I would being a pastor was not on the bucket list ever, but everything just kind of worked out, and I just started to teach like Sunday school, the high school Sunday school class, and then got into youth ministry, and things were just things just kind of went from there. And still didn't think I loved youth ministry. I love working with kids. I love, my whole goal was to make sure these kids didn't go through the same kind of stuff that I did when I went to college. I wanted them to have a foundation to build their faith on. And so that was like my whole mission plan, pretty much, or my mission statement was like, they've got to own their own faith, because it can't be their parents. It's got to be their own. And so that was what I did for many years. I could still be doing that right now if I really wanted to. I loved working with kids, but then my pastor retired, and we did a search and everything, and landed on me for some reason. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I saw Piper's stuff the other day that was, just the stuff on the treating the foreigners or whatever, that was very poignantly directed. Yeah. See, I don't get that. Like that doesn't, to me, I didn't really pay attention a lot to it because I'm not huge into politics. Um I don't not pay attention to things, but I also don't, like, I've been more into the news just because I've been watching watching Welcome to the Rebellion. Um but for the most part, I don't like tune it out, but I just let it come to me. Um because if it's important, it'll get in front of me. And so, like, I had heard of Charlie Kirk, I had seen some videos on Charlie Kirk, like nothing ever, to me, nothing he said was ever bad. Like, and hearing something, why can I not jump up this? Hearing some things like uh where after he was killed, hearing a lot of people were going to church because of it, which, I think is awesome. When I would watch him, he would always talk about Christ. He would always tell people to get into a church, right? And it seemed like he affected a lot of young guys. And being a youth minister and a pastor, like, getting guys is one of the hardest things to do. Like, for women, it seems easier, I would say, to get into your faith and everything. But for guys, it's not, because they always think it's like the touchy-feely, Christianity of the 80s or 90s or whatever, when I wasn't really in it. But it's like guys seem to not realize that, Jesus was fairly rugged. And okay, like, I feel like you could, even if you weren't a fan of Trump, like, you should be able to separate that, I would think. But I don't know. Like, to have some of the things, and I've not followed Francis Chan for a long time. I think he had some stuff with Bethel that I wasn't real thrilled with, or at least he had done a conference with Bethel or something. I'm just like, yeah, not sure about that. But like, seeing some of the things, and some things that even, like, some of the reasonable Baptist people like Russell Moore, who I always thought was pretty good, and then, seems to have taken an odd turn as well. It's like, what are we doing? Like, yeah. That's where I think, like, if you're familiar with Mark Driscoll, I feel like he would have had would have been similar for you, kind of somebody that you might have followed back in the day. Like, guys that made church masculine, or at least showed a more masculine side to it. Preached against Disney. Ah, goodness. Gotta love it. Go away. No. Like, I like Driscoll. I don't like the way that he ran his church. But when he was up, like, I mean, the man drew a crowd in Seattle, which that should be impossible. I gotta say, you run into the most people I've ever heard of. Like, he's got good takes on stuff. You know, yeah, it could be. I mean, he's always been a dude's pastor, I think. Like, when I was in college and stuff. Yeah. When I was in college, like, I was drawn to him because, I mean, and I sat through his 45-minute sermons. Like, I don't want to preach 45 minutes. But I would sit through his. Because I mean, he was an engaging teacher. Ah, missed him. It's funny, you know, you talk about your Forrest Gump. My mom worked at a movie theater in Indianapolis, and it was one of the bigger theaters on the west side of town. And people, like celebrities, would always come, and she'd have no clue who they were, so they loved talking to her because she would just talk to them. And like, people, they would leave, or somebody would come up and ask for an autograph or something, and then they would leave. And she would be like, "Who is that?" And then she'd come home and tell us, and we're like, "Did you get an autograph?" And she's like, "No. I was just having a nice conversation with him." It's like, mother. Hopefully she's not watching. She's subscribed to my channel. Actually, she would disagree with that. She'd be like, "Yeah." Oh, this is the hard one that I need to get. No, that wasn't what I wanted. Yep, I'm looking forward to getting down there for sure. It'll be nice because it's been cold up here. So I can't wait to get down there, meet you in person and everything. So Go eat hopefully something more than snap peas. Have a good night, brother. Oh my goodness. Ah. All right, I know I can get this. Ah. Apparently I can't. Ooh. Hmm. Not what I wanted to do. I should just stick with the top one. There we go. And I messed it up. Oh my goodness. How'd I mess that up? Finally get it and then mess it up. Oh goodness. There we go. Oh, a free life. Oh, I hate these. Ridiculous. All right. I think I can go up and over this. No, not that one. I know I can go down. That's fine. I'll live with that. Let those go. Can I go up and over this one? No. Ugh. That's not good. No! What are we doing? Why would you swim into it? Oh boy, that was fun. This is fine. Oh boy. This is fine. Oh, I was right at the end last time. That's frustrating. Oop. Okay, can't hit that guy from the top. All right. Hey, Caveat Ties, how are you? Hope your evening's going well. Can I come back? No. Good. Good. I did a short run on this, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, so I thought I'd try and go through the whole game as much as I could. Oh boy. Oh. What are you writing? I don't want to be down here. Working on a novel. Nice. I keep getting emails from people because as you know, a pastor, they're always like, you should write stuff. You put your sermons into a book. And I'm like, no. Like, I barely want the people who get to hear my sermons. What's the genre? But I think a lot of times it's like people who are, trying to make a buck or whatever. Like, I look at it as spam. So I'm gonna go back here. Try and get up there. Modern Western romance. Nice. Have you published? You've published before then? I think that's neat. Yoshi. My feather. Do you do like the self-published on there? Or have you got a publisher? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool. Oh, I forgot about this level. I didn't. Okay, I just gave up the easiest ride in the game. Come here. There we go. Trying to be patient. Not always my strong suit. Too patient. Oh my goodness. You may have to send me some of your, like a link or something. So I can check out a book. I don't know if Western romance is my style, but... I give anything a shot. Whew. I will definitely check it out. I wrote it down, so now I'll remember. There we go. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's a big jump. Oh, I was in a rhythm. Ow. Not that I need more lives, but... This is what I grew up with, so... I've played this in particular, like Mario World, so many times. I don't play it all the way through. Like, I will run through it quickly just to, you know, when I'm just needing to play Mario World. So this is my favorite Mario game. Oh, that was just cheap. Oh my goodness. I was a little worried I wasn't going to make it past that. Oh. All right. Who is this? Ludwig. Don't jump off the screen. There we go. Yoshi. Oh, no, no. Well. Bye, Yoshi. Goodness. Okay. Can't make him mad. Yeah, I saw that. I'm pretty, I don't know if excited's the right word, but at least interested to see the new movie. I enjoyed the first one. I thought it was pretty good. I know autocorrect sucks. I don't want to go there yet. I wasn't sure what to expect with the first movie, especially with the way some things have gone. I thought they did pretty well with it. Paid homage to a lot of stuff. Oh my goodness. Oh, what are we doing? Where? Yeah, I mean, I thought it was entertaining. It wasn't going to be, you know, groundbreaking for sure. I do think that I like Chris Pratt, but I thought him as the voice of Mario was interesting, but I thought he did all right. Not the biggest fan of Seth Rogen, but no. Where's my dinosaur? Oh, there he is. He really took away my dinosaur. Oh. Oh. I completely went the wrong way. And didn't get my one up. Well, that was smart. Ah. There we go. Go get my blue switch. Hmm. Do, do, do. right. Trying to think if this is where I get out of this forest. Whoop. I don't want that. It's a trick. And there it is. Yeah. Oh. I bet that's not the way I'm supposed to go. Hey, got it. So exciting. Nope, that was not the way I was supposed to go. Oh, wait. Forgot. I'm supposed to be doing something else. There's gotta be a way. There we go. This could be very interesting. Doot. And out we go. Oh, that wasn't even the right out. Oh, great. Where does this go? Oh, Star Road. Okay. This must be the regular way out of here. Well, that was unnecessary. Also unnecessary, but made it. Let me run back over here real quick. Oh. No, that's not going to be the way out. I know it. Nope. Excuse me. No. Okay. They gotta be big. At least I know where it is now. That was smooth. No. Ah. Well, that just was dumb. I needed that. Okay, we'll be smart. We'll come back here. Get a feather. Get the cape. Do it again. There we go. There we go. That's all I wanted to do. Oh, I hate this level. Thank you. Oh, that's good. That's good. What an idiot. All right, we're still in it. We're still in it. All right. I don't know why I was worried about this level. It's not that bad. Not that bad at all. What are we doing? What are we worried about? Chocolate Island. All right, I think that's where I'm going to call it. It has been a fun night. Got 2 hours, 15 minutes on this. It's been pretty good. I'll probably get back to this maybe next Monday. Finish this up, hopefully. Go through the rest of it. Who knows? We'll see. But anyway, appreciate you hanging out and chatting. It's been fun. Hope you have a good evening. And God bless. Talk to y'all next time.